Bam. This is how to build relationship in chatting. It's more like a beginner guide, but still works. So simply said, it's intel gathering. I'm gonna tell you why it's important as well. Intel gathering is basically, as you said, as you see here, it's usual intel is like name, location, whatever. So basic information about that person or your subscriber. And why is that important, right? Because the more intel you gather, the more you know about the person, the more you can know what to sell them or how to talk to them. Let's say it doesn't matter what niche you are, right? But if someone say, "Hey, I want to be more of a submissive role," then you might use something like, "Oh, goddess," or maybe you call them peasant or whatever it may be. But if it's the other way, the person want to be, "Oh, I want to call you dad. I want you to call me daddy," and stuff like that. So you are going to probably be a bit more submissive. Like, hey, what do you want? All that kind of stuff. So you need to gather all the intel, and this is why it's important. Also, it's also important for building relationships because of what you got to think about what your prospect is, right? Or most your subscribers are. So your subscriber is usually someone that is really lonely, meaning that a lot of people doesn't care about them in their life and stuff like that. Maybe maybe some of them even have a wife. So let's say, but maybe they're not paying attention to them. Maybe the kid doesn't even talk to them anymore, so they've neglected and stuff like that. So just you asking them question for them is like, oh my god, they're asking me questions. Someone is actually interested about them. So it can kill two birds in one stone. It can gather intel, and also you can build a relationship that he thinks someone's actually listening to them. But obviously, you're gonna ask them. Don't just ask like, don't just what's your name, where are you from, what's your kink, what's your reason for stuff. Let's say ask your name. Hey, what's your name? Maybe you say my name is John. You'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing. I know someone's called John as well. Where are you from? And they'll be like, I am from USA, Texas. You're like, oh no way, I'm from California. Oh, it's pretty far. I've never been to Texas. What are people like in Texas? So you listen. It's like you listen to them and then you refer back to them and maybe give some compliment or maybe give some your opinion, whatever that may be. Right. So here is the usual intel that you can get and stuff like that. And this is also the availability. Okay, here this is the thing. Availability is more important if you are going to sell sexting and stuff like that, because it doesn't matter how much people someone is like you, if the person is with their dad in the hospital or something, taking care of him, most likely he's not going to buy the sexting, right? So you gotta know the availability, but you gotta put it in a nicer way. Maybe you can ask in between some stuff like this. When we ask between kink and reason for stuff, you'll be like, "Hey, by the way, what are you doing? I'm just curious." So you kind of and can engage it, do a little bit of finesse, right? Also, decide what's important for your niche. Let's say your niche is like anime niche, so maybe you can talk about some anime. Maybe, oh, what's your favorite anime? What's your favorite costume? Whatever it may be. What's your favorite cosplay? So on and so forth, right? As you said here, yeah. If your niche is anime, ask about favorite anime. If niche about like that niche, like maybe ask them about age or whatever they say. Oh, I'm 8 this. Let's say you're 18 and the person is the subs like whatever they may be, 20, 25, whatever they say. Oh my god, finally someone that I'm so glad someone that is older than me that's talking to me. Someone's more mature. I'm been a lot of these people that are my age texting me and stuff like that. Oh, I was want someone that's more mature. That's so immature in their age, that kind of stuff, right? So next is framework to figure out what intel gathering questions you should be asking. Yes, more asking questions, right? Information that helps you create content. So I'm gonna talk about the lawyer analogy last, right? I'm gonna tell you now actually. The lawyer analogy is that you shall not ask a question that's not in your favor, or you shall not ask a question that you don't know the answer to, right? So whatever you ask is going to help you in some form of way. So that's the framework. So whatever question you ask has to help you to sell later on, right? Because even though we want to build a relationship, we want to give a good fan base and stuff like that, a loyal fan base, we also want to make some money, isn't it? So the framework of intel gathering should be whatever you ask should be should be information that helps you create a content or niche. Let's say you talk to 100 people and 98 of them, let's say you're an anime niche, and 98 out of 100 subs say they want a certain cosplay. So that's could be like a light bulb, like, okay, If 98%, that's a random number, 98% or 98 out of 100 subs want the same cosplay, then you know what to do, right? So question that make him cement his desire for you, buyer-seller dynamic. Yes, buyer-seller dynamic is important. I would probably talk about that a bit more. It's a bit advanced, to be honest. It's a little bit, but just basically means that just because you are selling, just because you are the one who's selling the service, doesn't mean that like you are inferior, so to speak. But you can flip it and stuff like that. You can flip it. But how do you flip it? You flipped it by making them talk about how much they like you. Usually they'll talk about how much they like you, right? A lot of them, they're a little bit of simp, like a simp and stuff like that. But at the same time, you gotta make them cement desire. Maybe it'll be like, maybe the one that is really good. Let's say someone location. They say, I'm from Texas, and you're like, oh my god, I'm from California. And then you can follow up by saying, are there a lot of women like me in Texas? Usually they'll say, oh no, you're really beautiful. Nobody's like you in Texas and stuff like that. That's why I subscribed. Da, 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 da. Then that's the question that makes him cement how much his desires for you. So he's literally convinced himself that how much he likes you, how much he likes you. So when you later on sell him some stuff, you can do what? Emotional based selling. There's two ways of selling. You can sell full price. My price is the cheapest, the best, like the Walmart or whatever in America, maybe in Tesco or in UK and stuff like that. Or you can sell something for extremely cheap. So someone will be, oh, it's extremely cheap. I'm going to buy it because it's good price. There's another side of it, which is the other side. It's called emotional based selling, meaning that it's about the connection and the commonality that you make, make the other person feel special. So when they buy, they're not thinking about price, but rather they're thinking about how much connected they feel towards you. So it's someone special to them, so to speak. And emotional based selling is important, is what we focus on, at least as agency, because the better you are at building relationship, I always say that the better you are at building relationship, the more you can get away with the higher price, because it's not about the price. You're not selling, like the relationship between you and the person is not based on price, but rather it's based on the relationship. The price is just the icing of the cake. The price is just not as important as the relationship that you guys have. It's like, if you want help, like yes, you want help from somebody, usually gonna ask someone that you know. You ask your best friend, right? Just because you trust your best friend, not because your best friend is the best at whatever the question is. Because there's always people that are better than you know the person you ask for help usually, right? So baby step towards pre-med, yeah, just question that allow you to baby step by step. You can guide towards pre-made content that you're ready to sell. Maybe let's say your content is red lingerie and stuff like that. So you will be asking, hey, do you like lingerie? And they'll be like, oh, I love lingerie. Da, 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 da. And remember, right, the lawyer analogy, you never ask a question you don't know the answer to, or you don't have, and you never ask a question that is against you. So let's say your pre-made content is a red lingerie custom or whatever it may be. So you ask, hey, what's your favorite color? Mine is red. Do you like red? Or let's say you have a red lingerie and you have a black lingerie. So you say, which color do you prefer, red or black? So instead of choosing green or whatever, they would always choose, instead of asking their favorite color, maybe they say green and you don't have green lingerie, so you can't sell that. You ask, what's your favorite, red or black? And both of them, you have pre-made video, and whatever they say, you can baby step towards selling that content. Same as this, same as the next one. Baby step towards certain type of service you offer, texting, whatever maybe, you know. So you're gonna talk about maybe so whatever it is, or maybe ask for availability, and then I just came home, da, da, da. So you'd be like, maybe you have a script where you just in bed or whatever. So you'd be like, oh yeah, same. I just finished work, I came home, and now I'm in bed. So a baby step towards the sexting or the script, whatever that maybe you're selling. So yeah, that is it, man. This is how you build a relationship. And remember the lawyer analogy. Never ask a question that is not for you, that doesn't help you, or never ask a question that you don't know or you don't want the answer to be for you. So this is how you build relationship in chatting.